Good day, my name is Angelo. This is your most preferred YouTube channel, Nation Voice Tower. Thanks for joining us. Alright, now I promised you earlier that we will be keeping tabs on the judges in the judiciary, especially those 5 judges that gave the judgment on Wednesday. I told you we would follow them up. We have followed them up and we know what they're doing. So pay attention because we're going to expose them in the next few seconds. Alright. This is Nigeria, where everything happens and nobody talks about it. This is Nigeria, where people go against the constitution and nobody speaks about it. This is the same country that everybody warns everybody about an impending danger and nobody hears about it. Alright. Before I give you the updates, I wish we listen to some of our former or some of our ex-politicians, or let me say ex-office holders. They were important ones. There were those of them that were filled with integrity and dignity. Yes, I remember Fidelis Oyakilome saying on a national daily or on a magazine many years ago, he said time will come that Nigeria will be governed by drug lords or by perpetrators of crime. You can see it on your screen. He said time will come. He fears that time will come that Nigeria will be thrown into the hands of, drug lords. Yes, Fidelis Oyakilome, former NDLEA boss, former boss of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. I think he was NDLEA boss from 1988 to 1991. Yes, I think so. The man saw tomorrow. Indeed, he saw tomorrow. Well, let me give you the expose because this is blowing hot on our table and we must expose it. All the judges included in the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal are now in Paris. Yes, and sources are revealing that in the next few minutes they will be in Spain. Yes. Let me give you the expose. Alright, now listen. Apart from the fact that they are on their way to Spain, that's different. Maybe that's there for their own personal reasons. But our source is telling us that they are in Paris right now, in France. Yes, they are in Paris right now for whatever they went to do. Now, it has been confirmed that all the 5 judges of the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal who affirmed INEC selection of Bola Ahmed Tinibu as president have been immediately flown out of Nigeria via a private jet yesterday for Paris in France. The judges, namely Justice Haruna Samani Simon, Justice Stephen Ada, Justice Misitura Bolaji Yusuf, Justice Balokuromo Ugo, and Justice Abba Muhammad Bello. These 5 judges have been said to have been flown to Paris, and they are in Paris right now as we speak. For what? Why are they in Paris in France? The same Paris that Justice Olukayode Ariwola, the same CJN of Nigeria, went to meet Tinibu. You remember, on a wheelchair, the same Paris in France. They have now jetted to Paris in a private jet. Why were they flown into the country if they went for justice? It has been alleged that they are in France to collect the remainder of their bribe money. They were paid a lot, millions of naira, billions. I would expose them. Yes, maybe they are in France to pick up their balance, of course. This information is coming from a very reliable insider, a reliable source, a member of the judiciary who doesn't want to be named. Exposed this. The rogue judges were promised $5 million each Can you imagine? So for $5 million, you sold your country. You are promised $5 million US each, while Justice Haruna Samani Simon, who is the head of the panel, gets $7 million, according to what our informant gave to us. It is very sad. Very, very sad. But there is nothing we can do about it as of now. We will just follow the right path and go for justice. But I doubt if you can find justice in the Supreme Court. Yes, I doubt, because the Supreme Court is still under the same government, still being governed by the same constitution, still being governed by the same president, Bola Ahmed Tinibu. So I don't see the Supreme Court doing anything positive. Remember, retired Justice Mary Odili was from the Supreme Court. So I don't see any hope in the Supreme Court. Well, let's hope that things get positive. Now, second update on our blog, I will tell you that I have a lawyer in the house, somebody who also feels that the judiciary failed the people, failed in delivering justice, failed Nigerians, and failed in writing their name down in the book of history, positive history. They prefer to write their name in the book of negative history. Without much ado, I have a brief cutaway from what Barrister James Ezike Esquire said in the studios about the injustice that was perpetrated by the 5 judges of the tribunal few hours ago. Stay tuned.
I don't see any hope, but it will be a pleasant miracle if there's change, because the judges who are in the Supreme Court, most of them are not the putters, they are not the Justice Ashores. You look at the thing and interpret it properly. Like I said, the thing to do is...
Again, you are impugning the integrity of the Supreme Court as presently composed.
Yes, I am. I know the risk I'm taking, but it is more important that we are safe and free in the country than for me to flatter them. And for your information, I have 1 or 2 of them that I call my friends. Yes, but the question is the level of jurisprudence. I say the problem here is a lot of bean counting. You start counting beans. No. What is the jurisprudence of it? Like in the United States, it is not the people who elect the president, it is the electoral college they have in the various states. Has anybody complained about it and said that, why should the electoral college, a few people in the various states, but when the votes are cast, the electoral college keeps quiet as it is. But if there's a problem, in Nigeria, the electoral college will interfere every time as it is. So when you make provision and say that Abuja is like that, you won't say it is wrong. It is there. If you don't want it anymore, you change the law. Now, the future with regard to this election will actually determine the future of Nigeria, because this is the first time I noticed that young people were enthused in politics. This is after the toll gate thing. And if anybody doesn't understand history, then, the judges, then I think I would recuse myself if I'm a judge. If you understand history, you know where these things are going, and that your name will be there when the history is made. The history of this country, its survival or otherwise, may depend on this election.
All right. Yes. Everybody is saying what Barrister James Ezike is saying. There is a large amount of loss of confidence in the judiciary, especially if there was already loss of confidence before now. So right now we've confirmed that the judiciary is doing nothing to help or to aid the growth of this our most lovely country, Nigeria. I'm awaiting statements from lots of people in the judiciary. Yes, lots of people, lots of lawyers. I'm awaiting their statements. I'm awaiting the statement of Olisa Abakoba, former NBA chairman. I'm awaiting the statements of Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria. I'm awaiting lots of statements. I'm awaiting the statement of Mike Ezekome, senior advocate of Nigeria. All right. I'm awaiting lots of statements from respected dignitaries in the judiciary. Yes, I know they will say things that are very sad, but they are part of the country. They have to salvage this particular occurrence. If either will do something about it, or it goes down in history that justice and democracy was killed and buried. It's so sad. Finally, a Labour Party chieftain, Tanko Yunusa, has of course faulted the verdict of the tribunal because he feels obviously that justice was subverted. He feels that this tribunal didn't do well. He feels that the tribunal let the country down. Please listen to him. More details after the break.
If the judgment had gone in your favor, what would your reaction be have been different?
Of course, it will have been different, but we would have preferred the judgment to be fair to all concerned. But if you look at this particular case in study, every aspect of the petition was trashed deliberately, and it was justified by all kinds of fair position. But then, does it mean that particularly those judgments were made to on this petitioner because the judges are angry? Come on. No, we would have reacted differently.
All right. I suppose that that should be all here, because lots of people have reactions on what the tribunal have done, and I will continue to bring you updates. Please, we'll put our fingers crossed and we'll put our eyes to the ground, because these judges that have just jetted to France must be exposed more and more. When we lay our hands on evidences, we would let you know. But take it from me for free that these judges allegedly are in Paris right now. Why are they collectively there? Can't they go to other countries if they are going for a holiday after a job well done? Yes, if they are being asked, they will tell us they are going for a holiday after a long marathon case and all that. Can't they go to different countries? Can't one person go to Switzerland, the other to Paris, the other to China, the other to Germany, the other to, Romania or Greece or Los Angeles or any other place to enjoy himself if you want a holiday? Why would they collectively go to the same place? That is suspicious, and that is the reason why we had to delve deep and consult informants, and the truth came out. Well, I'm sorry for all of us, those in Nigeria, and we who are over here, but we will continue to say the truth, because that is what Nigeria should be for. That is what Nigeria should aim for. That is the platform on which the country Nigeria should build its economic sector and its government policies. All right? Truth and justice. Yes, that is what it should be. But obviously, we have people who don't care about the country, who don't care about how, about how the welfare of Nigerians will be treated. So sad. We hope that things get to the peak where things will be better. Yes, that is just the prayer we have. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like our videos, share them, and watch till the end, and then drop a comment for us in the comment section if you feel you have a suggestion, or I would like to hear your comments, because with your comments we will go viral. Please, if you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that we'll get to link up anytime, any day. See you next time. From our table, we're saying bye.